Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Tanya Cooper, and you're watching On the Town with Tanya. Thank you so much for coming back again. I appreciate you. Tonight's guest is a talented lyricist, artist, producer, and musician who does not tend to play instruments the traditional way. Her newest single is out, My Medicine, and we'll play it for the end at the end for you. Please welcome Mercede5. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
That's good. Thank you so much
I'm
for.
doing good. How are you, Tanya?
We're good. We're good over here. Let's see. How are you doing over there in Argentina? Correct? You're in Argentina?
We're doing all right. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the pandemic.
Good. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was asking because of the pandemic for artists here, musicians and comedians, has slowed us down and made things a little bit like you have to do everything in Zoom and you can't do live concerts. So I was wondering in Argentina, what's it like right now with the pandemic as far as artists are concerned? Guys, forgive me. There's a delay because she's
Yep, I've seen a few different, flyers for certain events, out in the open. There's a few events going on here and there. But just last, Monday I went out to dinner with a few family friends. It's not that, everything's completely on lockdown or anything.
Oh.
And there was a
Uh-oh.
We're playing the piano. Right, so
sorry about that. Sorry, give me 1 second. Guys, I apologize. We're far away. She's in Argentina and we're here.
The artistic life.
Okay, sorry.
Right.
Go ahead. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Let's see. Yeah, this is hard to hear because we can't hear you because the slow delayed response. So we're gonna keep trying it.
As good as
Put it back in. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I think what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to take you out the stream and bring it back in. Is that okay? I'm Mercedes. Can you hear me? I'm gonna take you out the stream and bring it back. Let me see. Okay, let's try that. Is that better? Hi, Betty. Let's see. Is that better? Let me see if she can hear me, guys. Sorry about that. I apologize, guys. This is the only thing about StreamYard and streaming. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we were at hi guys. I apologize for that. We're far away. Hey Tasha, how are you? We're far away from each other. So unfortunately that sometimes happens. But has the pandemic ruined the art flow over there at all? So you guys are not on lockdown, you said?
No, we are on lockdown, but it's kind of different. There's talking about a new wave coming on. I don't know about exactly what might be going on over there, but over here, they talk about a wave that's coming on, and they're talking about closing down restaurants at midnight, that kind of thing.
Oh, so it's still going on. Has it ruined the flow of for artists? Like, is everybody jumping on Zoom and YouTube now?
Right, I've heard about that. I've heard that there's different artists, going on social media. They try to make a presence, whenever they can.
Right.
Yep, and for example, I'm a professional artist. I was signed in July 2020 to Records UK.
Oh,
so
okay. Nice.
Right now, and I was signed during early pandemic, and so I always talk about how with people who ask me about it, I talk about how it was really incredible, like a really incredible situation in which it's not very often somebody does get signed to a label, but it's even less common to get signed to a label when you're in pandemic, and it's not that it's impossible, but it's not the most likely thing.
Right.
Signed during pandemic, and it was a very big change for me, but I wouldn't change it for the world. It was something that I think has really defined a lot of changes in my music.
Okay. That's probably why you got signed, because you're multi-talented. I mean, you produce as well. So that not just sing and write, but you produce. So you're like a triple threat, and that's always an asset, I think. So that's probably
there were a few different things that they found that in me that were qualities that they said, okay, well, this is something that we can work with. Well, first off, I'm young, I'm 22, so they said that was a good quality. I also knew that I had all my songs already recorded, for the most part. Generally, when you have to record your songs, that's another expense, and they don't want to have to total up the expenses when signing artists.
Yes.
So the fact that I had all my songs already, out, recorded and ready to go for the duration of however long the contract period would be was another really good quality. I also know that because of the genre of my music, it's something very unique. Of course, the talent has to be a good factor.
Right.
Not to mention, another factor of being signed, I would think, is the I had it in my mind. I had the thought, and
that's okay. So try being 56.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Besides, right, I remember now. Okay. So another good thing was that I had been submitting to a lot of online radio stations at the beginning of 2020, and I felt a way for online stations to be playing my music. And the thing is, whenever you have, your music out there, and it's actually being present on stations, they see that as a huge plus, in my opinion,
Absolutely.
I've observed.
Free marketing. Oh, how did you come into music?
Right. Okay, well, I was always, very inclined with music from a young age, and they told me I couldn't really, kids in my class would tell me I couldn't sing. Why do you sing like that? And I always heard I had a musical inclination and musical intuition, but I had a problem. A lot of people kind of maybe also do have, and they don't know it, is not being able to play out a certain song on a traditional instrument. So being able to play out a certain song was easier for me when I discovered such notation programs on a computer. It's like, Studio One. There's also a program on BandLab, different programs where you can kind of create your music, but you don't have to necessarily learn the actual craft of playing an instrument, but it's kind of another way of composing music.
That's kind of cool. So you have to be kind of like technical nerd. Can I say that? And then that helps translate into the sound that you need to do to get, like Bjork, I think, does that. Bjork?
Really?
Well, I'm just saying, if you listen to the sounds of her music, a lot of it's keyboard and like pre-synthesized stuff, and somebody else does it too. I forgot her name, but yeah, you can make your own whole orchestra pretty much if you know what you're doing. So I think it's another form.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's actually another form of talent. What do you prefer as an artist? Do you prefer the singing and producing when you're making music? Do you prefer live studio or live or studio?
Studio.
Studio? Why? Because you can orchestrate everything perfectly, right?
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
I like to make the music come together, and when you're performing, it's great. It's a really satisfying feeling, but at the same time, when you're just seeing all the musical components come together in a studio, that's kind of does it for me.
Yeah. Wow. How do you decide? How do you decide if a song is worthy of audience, as opposed to something you're just playing around with and practicing?
Okay. Right. The thing that happens with me is sometimes I'll listen to something that I've finished and, fresh off the track, and it doesn't sound, I'll tell myself, this doesn't sound good. But then, so what I'll do is I'll leave it there for maybe a half an hour, I'll come back to it, and it'll be a completely different thing. And so I'll listen to it, I'll be like, this is actually really, really good. And happened with a lot of some of my best songs is I've had to put it down, take a breath, come back to it, and I can actually really much better evaluate the music.
All right. So I
created.
Well,
because if you want to know, if your music is worthy, you have to have a fresh perspective. It's really important to have a fresh perspective. Not to mention, I can be kind of really a perfectionist. I can be very critical of myself. I would tell myself, some songs I just tell myself at the very beginning, I don't like it that much, and in like a fresh opinion, a fresh perspective, just criticizing my own work. But then maybe somebody else from the hear it and they'll say this is really, really good, and so it's kind of like people will really like it, and I'm just so critical, and I don't know if it's because I'm just really tough on myself, or because maybe I have a point and it could be better, but in general, people have said, and I've had people tell me, it would be a real shame if, you stop because this is really, really good. And at that point, there was a point in time in which I wasn't signed clearly, but I told myself, I don't know if I want to keep making music because I don't know if it's the results I want.
Okay. Makes sense.
Like to do, right? So since it was what I like to do, and I kept doing it, then at some point, after so many times of thinking, this person's gonna sign me, this person's gonna sign me, in the end, it ended up happening, and they actually signed me. What the situation was is that I kept getting false alarms. Like people would say, maybe they'd say something along the lines of we're interested in possibly signing, and maybe it would be real, or I would submit and get the hopes up that somebody would sign me, that kind of thing, and maybe I wasn't necessarily ready, or maybe it wasn't the right kind of label.
The right kind of deal for you.
Even if
yeah, no, I've
right,
plenty of stories. Yeah, no, so
right, so
sorry guys,
I was just gonna say that I would probably stay with the Next Records, even like if a bigger label decided they wanted to like sign me, probably just I'm staying with the Next Records because they don't have the best rules, and right.
Yeah, I was gonna say that again, but stay close to your mic.
Right.
So you said they don't have the best rules.
Saying, right. Other labels have other rules, and they're not necessarily the ones that I would be most comfortable with.
Right.
even if another label was bringing on a huge deal, and I don't know if I would even consider it. I would probably just stay within X just because I like the way they operate. I like the way they function.
Right.
They're not exceeding too many things from me. And at the same time, it's very, very good, the work that is being put out.
Yes.
There's people who complain about their labels telling them what music they can and can't do, and really exceed
slave machine. The slave machine. Yeah. But you're lucky.
Right.
Go ahead. I like independent labels and smaller labels because you do, as an artist, you have more creative control. You usually can read your contract and understand it. When it's a big label, you're like,
Right.
I don't know what that means. They say, I'm going to give you a $70,000 advance. Oh, I'm going to sign it. Not knowing that you're talking about your royalties and your catalog and your, all the good things that's going to be money later. So I like the idea.
Exactly.
I work for 2 record labels, actually. So a lot of people don't know that about me. I know a lot about music, but you're better off, I think, in this times with a smaller label, because they pay attention to you, they appreciate you. Let's give it, for instance, somebody like
Exactly.
have you heard Florence and the Machine?
Yeah.
Okay, she's my favorite artist. And if you first hear her at first glance, you might be like, whoa, this girl's a little off key. But then you listen and you're like, whoa, she mixed up gospel with rock, with everything you could think of, native. She mixed a bunch of different music together and made amazing art. So it's something to be said, being different and being with smaller labels, in my opinion. So what's speaking of which, what do you think the current state of music is right now, as far as artists having creativity, as far as having options, all that?
I have a very serious opinion about that. Is that, like, in the 2000s, there were like all these typical hit songs being played. Like, everybody said that's the hit song and everything, and then lately it's like there's no hit song that everybody hears, and it's kind of like you have a ton of like thousands. Now it's kind of just like, it's like people are just putting their songs out there without like really making them hit, like really putting their effort into them. So it's kind of like a song that you go but it's not like the hit songs of the early 2000s. It feels like somebody just said work on something for 5 minutes in a studio, sing for it for 20 minutes, and then that's a hit song. But it doesn't feel like the all the rave that there was about the songs from like the early 2000s, and there were so many that people were like, hey, I know that song, I know that song, I know that song. But I don't think people would say the same thing about the hit songs of today. Like, makes sense? Like, all those, there's so many like really good songs from the early 2000s, like the 1990s, and people say like, oh, that was a 2000 song, because we know that like, everybody knows that song about the 2000s. It's not happening in 2020. It's happening in 2021. There's not like one song that everyone's like, that's the song that was always playing on the radio that everybody really liked. So it's kind of like disappointing in a sense, because I was thinking 2021 was going to be. It just feels like, and I know what it really feels like is that at some point somebody out there somewhere is going to come up with something really creative, and it's going to be like the one thing that's going to be like superseding all the other things, and that's going to be the hit music. I don't know if it's going to, I don't know where or what, but it feels like it's going to be something where somebody has something really, really, really good, and people, all of a sudden it takes off, and then it's going to be like the star of the show. That's kind of what it feels like. Like, someone takes over, and I don't know if you know what I mean, and that's the one, that person stole the show, and that kind of makes way for all to start happening. Makes sense? No. So that's my serious about that.
I think that I wish that they would do something new with radio because I keep turning on the radio every day, and I'm disappointed that I think there's still payola because I hear the same songs over and over, and I'm like, are we still playing Drake? That was like 3 years old. Like, why is he the only one on the radio right now?
Right. But the thing about that is in the early 2000s, they could play a ton of songs over and over. You would still sing to them. You would still like them. Nowadays, like, you play those songs over and over again. They're not as catchy. They're not as good and like hit songs. You know, they're not up to par. You don't want to hear them anymore, even if they're played so much. And in the 2000s, it's like you would have that song over and over again. You would enjoy it.
That's true. Very true. Well, tell us about your song, which we're going to play in a few minutes, guys. My Medicine. What was that written for? Or did you just come up with it one day, or what?
Well, I try to make all my songs. I try really hard to not always make the song like a love song, because most like 99% of the songs, a good 90-something% of the songs are about love, and I just find that really redundant. I most of my songs about something that tells a story.
Okay.
Another thing too is that I write my music in my own perspective. Sometimes I just write it in other people's situations.
Okay.
So that's giving you more leeway for topics in your music, because if you only write about yourself, it's kind of like you don't have all that content. Now, if you train yourself to write music about other people and what you see, there's a whole rainbow of other things you can write music about. So, My Medicine was written about, because I did submit it to a non-smoking addiction campaign, because I thought it would, the content, the lyrics, and the topic of the song really kind of went hand in hand with what would be like a non-smoking, non-addiction campaign, because the song talks about there's medicine that you need. It's a bit on the side of somebody who's addicted and can't really live without a medicine. And I just write about a amount of topics that I try my best not to write about love all the time. And so I felt that was an interesting topic that I don't think anyone's written a song about, non-smoking.
I think
I don't know. And for example,
go ahead.
Right.
Can you hear me? Yeah, no, that I was wondering what exactly it was about, and just a pinch of it reminds me of Fiona Apple, just a little bit, just a pinch. I don't know why I flashback. Fiona Apple?
I've heard about that.
What I need is a good defense, and I'm feeling like a criminal. And I need to be redeemed to the. You know that song? If you played it, go to it when we finish, and you'll see. Just the way she comes in on her hooks. You'll know what I mean when I say that. So you guys, we're gonna play Mercede5 song, My Medicine, and then we'll be back in 1 second. So give me a second while I share the screen, guys. Let's see. Who's that? Okay.
Sounds great.
Okay, let's see. Share screen. Let's see if I get this right, Mercedes. Let's see. Yeah, I got it right. Hey, all right. Ready, guys? So we're gonna check this out. Me in, count me in. Yeah, it's my medicine, my medicine. Count me in, count me out. I never learned to talk about if I scream and shout. I don't know how to get you off my mind with this medical rewind. How to get you off my mind sometimes. Count. Yeah, it's
Count me out or count me in. I know that now I cannot win against my medicine, my medicine. I'll get you off my mind with this medical rewind. I'll get you off my mind anytime. Was not the end of my medicine, so don't go and pretend. Yeah, like you don't need that medicine. This was not the end. It was not the end. This was not the end of my medicine. So don't pretend. Yeah, like you don't need that medicine.
Wow, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. That is very awesome. Where can people find you, Mercedes?
You can find my latest album release on all digital streaming platforms. That includes Spotify, Apple Music. You can find my music on YouTube, and all other streaming platforms available.
Okay, guys, so you know where to find her. YouTube. So yeah, thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. So first, before I leave, I want to say hi to all my viewers. I want to thank you so much for being our guest. That's awesome. So let's say hi. Who's up here? Hey guys, that's my co-host from Five Black Comics. Hey, what's up, Carl? Who else? My sister. Hey, what's up, T? Nora. Nora's.
Oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, that's Nora.
Proud of you. Keep following your dreams. Hey Betty, what's up? Tisha, what's up? Let's see, who is that? You can hear us now. And Anthony, what's up? Hey guys, it's Cinco Negro. What's up? Okay. Sounds amazing. Thank you, Betty. Appreciate it. Yes, very talented.
Thank you.
I love and that's what I love. I love people that do their own thing and follow their own drum, and you certainly do that. I hope that we'll see you more in the future. If you have anything else dropping, please come by and see us, right? Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hang out with us for a minute while I just say goodbye to everybody. So guys, I thank you guys for watching again. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I actually have a free comedy show with international comedians. They're doing it's a charity for Smile. I forgot the name of the organization, but it's free to watch. I'll have the link Inbox me if you want the free link to watch the show at 10 p.m. And it's for charity, guys. Come just watch anyway. Just if nothing else, watch. Okay. It's me, Debbie Baza, and some other comics. Going to be fabulous. There's only like 5 of us, I think. So it's not as many comics. Inbox me for the link. And I'll also see you again in 4 days this week. Oh, you're going to see me 4 days this week. That's a lot. I know you're going to get tired of me. Don't get tired of me yet. So Saturday is 5 Black Comics at 5 p.m. Eastern. And what are we talking about? Herbal medicine. Oh, my God. You don't want to know. You do not miss this because you want to know how to keep your body right. And we're not doctors or nothing like that, but we're talking about some people and some things. Y'all better be there Saturday, 5 o'clock, 5 Black Comics. Go like the page, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then Sunday, you'll see me again. I'll be on the town with Tanya. Okay. And my guest is financial advisor Nadine Ellis at 8 p.m. All I'm going to do for my hint is tell you this. Okay. If you're a small business, if you're thinking about starting a business, you might want to watch. Okay. Because you need to know how to get a piece of that pie and get your coins up. Okay. And she's going to tell you that. So check us out Sunday, Friday, my comedy show, and Saturday, 5 Black Comics. Go to my page on YouTube, please. Subscribe to On the Town with Tanya and 5 Black Comics. Like, and with Mercede5, it's Mercede5 on her YouTube page. Go like, subscribe. We need you guys to do us a favor. Support artists in all forms because you know what? At this point, with the pandemic hitting, you never know who's going to have to entertain you. Okay? No, I'm joking. But yeah, but keep us supporting us if you can. Because, and my daughter has a song out. Oh, how could I forget that? Tatiana has a song out under Tatiana. And it's on Apple, Spotify, all the above, all the things. Diskette has her featured. The song's called Hurt You. Check her out too. And yeah, just go subscribe to all our pages, okay? And for those of you who like zombies, not zombie-osis preparedness, but really like zombies, don't forget the show Walking Dead is going to be back August 22nd. Oh my God. Oh my God. So check us out. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. And for now, we'll see you next time.